especially the first years of her life, by her great-grandmother and her grandmother and various relatives. And also she grew up part of her life in Macy, Nebraska with them Omahas. So anyway, hopefully this will go through it. The connection kind of ended anyway. So anyway, I was showing her how to write in Ponca the way Grandpa Lewis taught me. And like I was telling you, Rhodd, that's the only way I'm going to go is to teach is that way. And I hope you guys are having a good Mother's Day. But when you see that little S with a V on top of it, all that is a sh. And that Z with the little V on top of it is j. And the C with the little V on it is just ch. And the D with a line straight through it right there at the bottom, that's just a TH on the. So over there, I told her, when you say apple, you say shay. And then when you say to take a crap or take a dump or a poop, excuse me women, I'm not trying to be derogatory, j'ai. And someone asked me earlier, well, don't that mean feces? And it doesn't. Inglés means feces or crap or shit, whatever you want to call it. J'ai is the act of doing, it's a verb, it's the act of doing something. So chew, that's the color green. And you see this over here to the right, I put the high and the low, those are the accent marks on it. And then that stop right there, you see how it is? It says chew. Because you say chew, but you can't do that. So it's chew, means color green. And my Omaha relatives, when they say green, they say pejitu. Pejitu. That's how they say green, but Ponca say chew. And down there to say pheasant or prairie chicken, you say shoot. Or otherwise it'd be shoo, shoot. And I was just helping her to understand that, you know, because she has to do that. You got to understand that these things in Ponca, the diacritics and the accents and all these other diphthongs and the things that we're using in here, you know, I understand. Some people are saying they don't understand it, but once you understand it, and like I said, once I start teaching down Whitego and other outers, or anybody's welcome to come there, they can. And then I put the 5 vowels that we have in Ponca. Those are the 5 regular vowels, and we also have 5 nasalized vowels, but you see that A in Ponca makes the ah. It's ah, a, e, o, u. And then, how you doing, nephew? Excuse me. Then when you use the nasalized, it's a, e, o, u. Those are the nasalized vowels in Ponca. Even though I didn't write them, but that's what they are. And at the bottom for the th, I put they. They could be used as this. And also means, it's I got a dual meaning. Oh, excuse me. It also means to go. But when you say to go, when you use it in that way, to go, it's a statement. Excuse me, like when you say all they in Ponca, how you doing, Tom? All they in Ponca means he, she, or they went, or just the actual verb to go. But when you say they, you would say, you can say, nu, jinga, okay, they are. You're asking a question, did that boy go? You won't say, nu, jinga, okay, all they. Because when you say all they, that's a statement, but you're asking a question, so it changes from all they to they alone, but it also means to go, but it's as a questionary form. So you guys got to understand it. In Ponca, there's many usages and categories that these verbs go in, and if you don't know the proper usages, then you're not going to get it right, or you'll never learn it. But like I said, there's people out there teaching that don't even know what they're teaching, so you got to really practice. And every day when I try to teach something, I pray that I could do it in a way that my people, my mother's family, my dad's family, could be honored and say, well, he learned. He sure knew what he was talking about. Let me make this a little smaller. Now right here is that X in Ponca. Walke. It's not walke, like some people say walke or walkes when they're trying to say plural, but they're trying to say walke'ma or walke'ama. But anyway, but that sounds like it's in the back of your throat. There's 2 ways to say white people, or have reference to white people. Walke. That has reference to whites nowadays. In the old terms, it meant God or Creator. Wachinha. That word alone means human skin. When you say ha, that's also could be used as human skin, where any kind of animal skin or bird skin or fish skin. Well, actually not scales, but let me rephrase that. Or alligator, even though the alligator's got that hard reptilian skin, it's still used that way. But when you say wachinha, that means white people, because they're white skinned. If you say a red man or Native American or Indian, you'll say wachinha jide. And if you would say, we'll make something up, because I'm going to make it up because I saw somebody translate something, but they translated it wrong. Like if you was to say orange person or orange skinned person, you would say Wachinha ZG Day, not ZZ Day. That don't even make sense in Ponca. When you teach it, like I said, I'm gonna be a little bit hard on it. And then anybody that really knows Ponca, you see Eagle Rod, you see me making mistakes, I want you to correct me. Don't go out there teaching something if you do not understand Ponca. But if you understand Ponca, teach it the right way. And if you want to teach them slang, teach them the correct way to say it first. So now I'm going to go through these and just tell you, you could read what they say. That means to bury. And some people, it's also understood when they say it means to bury too. But also remember, when you say that means I buried him or her or it. Dache, you buried it. Chai, they buried it. Or you could say Chai, that means they buried it. And then that word chti means really or very, or it's being extreme in what it's talking about. Like you would say, let's say Ponca chti. Like someone's trying to say a true or pure Ponca chti. And there's a lot of ways to say that word, but I use that word because I was trying to teach Leah that you got to say that sound right. Chti. Chube. That means holy or sacred, or you can add wachube, but it depends. But that's a whole nother verb prefix in Ponca. Okay, we're back now. Kind of messed up. How y'all doing? So anyway, you got chude. That means gray, the color gray in Ponca. Chuga. That means badger. Oh, I'm going to the wrong one. It then went back small on me. I apologize. Let me do that. Let me go back over to gray. Chude means gray. Chuga means badger. And then now right there you say chuka. That means to sing or singer. And you could also say gichuka. Gichuka. You can add on, and that's another verb prefix, but I want you to understand there's multiple ways. Well, they said, well, he didn't say it right, or well, you just don't know the language. That's what I'm trying to teach you. When you add different things on it, it's like he is singing gichuka. And huchpe means to cough. Huchpe means to cough. And now we're going to go down to something I was teaching Leah. When you say I am or to be is the word the. But when you say I am, you say bli. When you say you are, ni. He, she, or it is, they say the. There's two ways that I've heard this said, so I don't know which ways. I tried to call my grandpa's right earlier before I made this, but I couldn't get a hold of either one of them. And I understand because it's Mother's Day. I'm almost finished. Ungali means we are. Or you can say only, we are. And you are, you all are, or you plural is ni. And they are, you say nine, like you're saying nine. And on the bottom it says weably. It means it's me, or it is I. And right here I made this into a man's way to question. There, anyone? Is it you? A. It's she or he or it. Ayandi. It's us. Oh, excuse me. Let me look at the camera. Ayandi. It's us. Ayna. It's them. Or it's they, but it don't make sense when we say it, so it's them. So remember, you got bli, ni, the, ungali, ni, nine, webly, the, anyone. That's a man's way to say a question, and one will say the, anyone, the, anyone. And some men will say that, but I was corrected by the oldest elder in our tribe that said, like if I was to ask your name, I would say, Ijaji, di tanche, idadawa. Idadawa. But I was also told by men that, older men that are still alive too, they say Ijaji di tache idada. And then I know some men also say Ijaji di tache idada. They don't even put a or a wa on it, and they're still using it as a question. So who's to say? And remember, in that same thing, what I just told you, you could also say Ijaji di tate idada. And some people might say that's an Omaha way, but Ponca's different. They say that's also another way to say it. And then one Ponca told me that that's a plural way to say it. And I said, is it plural? So I didn't understand. So I said, well, elaborate on it. And they said, listen, grandson, if you say it plural, you would say, Ijaji, didi, tai, not tate. You say, didi, ta, tai, not didi, ta, te, tai. So he said, you say, Ijaji, didi, ta, tai, idadama. He said, what's all your names? Or What's your names? You know, it's pluralizing it. But anyway, I don't want to talk too much. It's Mother's Day. I love you guys. God bless you guys. Have a happy Mother's Day.